and welcome to my presentation. My name is Sonia Dackney, and I'm going to talk you through to how we work in partnership with other professionals or practitioners. In my presentation, I divided my presentation into three parts. How do we work? The introduction. How do we work with other practitioners? How do we work in partnership with other practitioners and their impact on our own role as teaching support? And then the conclusion. Every child matters. Since the death of Victoria Clemier, working with children in line with the Education Act and Every Child Matters involves systematically the collaboration with other practitioners and external professionals that brings their expert knowledge in support to the universal help people can get from teachers and TA or the school internal or integrated staff. This includes supporting children's development physically, socially, emotionally, intellectually. In my setting, we have this motto that we see potential in every child. The school is very inclusive, and we work closely with external professionals to ensure people reach their full potential. This comes in response to the SEN and disability legislation, as well as inclusion and Every Child Matters outcomes. Here are some areas that requires the use of other professionals to support the children, such as English as an additional language and SEN LEA support, children's needs and development, cognitive and learning, moderate learning difficulties, dyslexia, and other specific learning difficulties. We also have behavioral, emotional, and social difficulties, communication and interaction problems, speech and language communication needs, autism spectrum disorders, physical and sensory impairments such as visual and hearing impairment. Those are the areas that requires the help of external or specialists. My school then works in partnership with a number of outside professionals, such as social services, including health visitors, pediatric nurses, pediatricians, child psychiatrists, GPs, and physiotherapists, speech language therapists, occupational therapists, and also hospital-based counselors. We also work with private and some voluntary organizations to support our work. In partnership, another important aspect of working in partnership with other professionals is sharing information. And we do that in my setting while working with others. We follow the 7 golden rules of sharing information under the Data Protection Act. Therefore, before sharing any information, as a TA in my role, I ask myself a few questions, such as, is there a clear, legitimate purpose for sharing this information? Is the information confidential? Do I have consent to sharing? Also, working in partnership with other professionals, therefore, depends on the needs of the children. We always do that on the needs of the children, based on the needs of the children or the people. Parents are always seen, or naturally, parents are the best educators or the first educators of their children. So working in partnership, I'm taking the example of working in partnership with parents in my presentation, parents and carers, because they are the best, they know better what their children's needs are. Then they working with us together and other professionals can enhance the children's learning academically, emotionally, and so on and so forth. Under the Education Act 1996, school must inform the parents when they are making special educational provision for a pupil, because the pupil has a special education needs. Use their best knowledge to ensure that appropriate special educational provision is made for people with SEN. In addition to the it's a legal requirement for parents to know what their children are being involved into in the school. In addition to the legal requirement of the parents and carers in the educational provision made for children with SEN. We have also the homeschool agreement, which involve parent responsibility, meaning their duties, rights, and authority in respect with their children's learning. This agreement also explains how parents can support their children education at home regardless their ability, helping with them with their reading, homework, and so on and so forth. In my setting, for example, we have a special scheme called Parent into Reading. That's working in partnership with parents. Parent into Reading, which encourage parents and carers to come in and read with their children in the school. And from time to time, we speak to parents regarding those the support they can bring to their children's work. This is another way of informing them and getting feedback on how they are actually supporting their children at home towards their learning. I'm proud to say that in 2007, the school had been awarded with the Leading Parent Partnership Award, which is proudly displayed in the school hall assembly. That's just in brackets here. How do we work with other professionals? Working with specialists in line with the new SEN Code of Practice. I'm giving some practical examples here. For example, in child A in year 2 had a mild cerebral palsy. The Senko Mrs. X in my school lies regularly with the physiotherapist who taught her how how to handle the child exercises every day, as he cannot attend the physiotherapist hospital every day. The exercises are very useful, as not only it helps child A, but also it helps us to continue to support him and report any progress on how he's doing. Besides, the exercises benefit also to the class as a group, because we do some of those exercises during PE, so that the child doesn't feel, the child in question doesn't feel left out, but then integrating those exercises during PE helps that child to feel belong to the group. Also, child D has speech and language delay. She has been working with the speech therapist, the base one in the school, and also with the hospital language therapist. They made recommendation. Now that child has integrated the class. They made recommendation for us to follow so that we can carry on supporting the child. We also work in partnership with the educational psychologists, which offer behavior management techniques. I give some examples here as well. The educational psychology help us to how to manage behavior and keep distraction to a minimum. To support transition in our school, we have some experts from health organization and private organization supporting the children transition, which they will obviously go through at a point in their life. For example, we have Mrs. B, who is from a charity organization that does workshop with the people to understand the change they may be going through at a point of their life. Their work is useful, and we reinforce that as practitioners to help children deal better with their physical and emotional change when they happen. As a school, we use the specialist expertise to ensure that the children's needs are met. Other professional involvement in a child's life, we also ensure that early identification of special needs, and will advise in the house professional on effective strategies to prevent further disabling situation. Also, teaching staff is different. The teaching staff is different from the external agencies. We are all equal. Although the teaching staff, what we know is a bit different from what the external professionals know, we all equal in the sense that we both devote our efforts to bring the best out of the child. In all, it is important that we establish positive and good collaboration relationship between external professionals, so that we offer the child the best possible support they need. Thank you for watching my presentation.